Good afternoon. We'd like to welcome everyone to today's Mid-America Christian Women's Basketball Preseason Press Conference. Joining us today is Hannah Moeller, the head coach of the Evangels. Alongside her are Abby Bird, Anna Kash, and Ossyana Ozoani. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My opening question is for you, Coach Moeller. Coach, despite having to battle through a heavily impacted season due to COVID-19 last year, it seems like this team overcame a lot of obstacles to finish the year as the Sooner Athletic Conference co-regular season champions and qualified for its first ever NAI national tournament. You bring back a large core of that group, including Anna and Ossie, who are sitting next to you today. May I ask for your remarks on how this team handled that season and what are your expectations coming into the upcoming year?
I thought they handled it like champs. We had, prior to February, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 weeks with our whole team in the gym at one point in time. And so I thought overall we were super mature. I think I watched in different scenarios, in other programs where kids you could tell just started tapering off as the year went by, and I never really saw that. There was at one point last year, after Christmas break, someone had gotten COVID, and I think we had, 6, maybe 7 players in the gym at once, and so at one point we were pulling in our athletic director and our head men's coach just to have Tim to practice. So they handled it great. And as far as this year goes, I think expectations are big. It's exciting. We do return almost all of our scoring with the exception of probably one. And I feel like we got better in areas we needed to get better at. And so they're big. Yeah.
Ossie, I have a question for you. You're one of the most experienced returners on this team, and due to COVID-19, you actually get an opportunity to play your 5th season. With having played on 2 NCAA national championship teams and also being a key part of last year's SAC championship team, what do you see in this year's squad and its potential to make another postseason run?
I'm excited for this year, honestly, because we have so much depth. We are returning everyone, basically, except 2. So, in last year was so successful. But this year we have so much depth. I feel like Coach can play any 5 in the game and magic would happen. So, and also in practice, we've only had 1 full week, but I'm still so excited. I can see the potential, and it makes me happy.
Anna, I have a question for you. You're entering your 3rd season here with the program, and you've made some strong improvements every single season. And you had a phenomenal game in your last match against Columbia in the NAI Nationals, scoring 23 points. May I ask what is attributed to your continued success over the last few seasons?
Well, first of all, my coaches and my teammates, practices are, so competitive all the time, which is great because all of us get better every single day just because we're pushing each other so hard, and our coaches expect a lot from us. They have super high standards, so I am always just wanting to please them and make them happy and just work hard because they expect that. And then also just the things that you do, when we're not practicing, just getting in the gym and really using your summers to get better when we're not having scheduled practices and things like that, just doing the extra things to always improve.
My question is for Abby. You are entering your 1st season here with the Evangels. Before coming to MACU, you had a stellar playing career at Baker, scoring more than 1,000 points and earning 3 Heart of All-America Conference honors. May I ask you, what was it that brought you to MACU?
Yeah, thank you. I got my release from Baker and initially got connected through an old coach who I trusted a lot. Got a DM from Coach Moeller and Coach
Twitter, man.
And she said, call me if you're interested, and I called her that day. Really good conversation. She knows what she's talking about, but she also can do the people part. So that's what initially got me, and then I came here. I loved the girls. It's we have great facilities, we have a new weight room. great gym and great people. So.
Coach Moeller, we mentioned before that you bring back most of your team from last season, but including Abby sitting beside you, it seems like you brought in some really talented players for this upcoming season. What can you tell me about some of the newcomers and what sort of impact do they make on this year's team?
Man, Ossie stole my line from practice. I think, first of all, for one of the first times ever, we really can play any 5 out of the 12 and not drop off at all. And so the depth piece is huge. You know, Abby has proven that she can do it well, and do it at a high level. You don't score 1,000 points being mediocre, and so you know, I think for her that's a huge asset. I think the underlying factors for Abby that really help us are very few people at 6 foot tall can pass as well as she can. And, you know, she wants to win, which I think is probably the most important one. Kaylee, so 3 years ago, we scrimmaged Kaylee Hurst before the season started, and she just gave us buckets. And so I think the big takeaway for her is, like, it's just nice to have her on the other side of that now. She's battled some injuries the last year and is getting really healthy, and so that's good to see. She's so strong. So she'll help us a lot. And then we only have one freshman, and she doesn't look like a freshman. If you came in and watched practice today, Jade looks like she's been doing this for 2 years. And so her only real adjustment is probably me yelling at her all day long. But I think all 3 of them will help us. I really do. And I don't know that I've ever felt that strongly about an entire class.
My question's for all the players. Although I know Abby hasn't been a part of the team for too long, may I ask all of you what your favorite moment or game has been playing with MACU, and what is your favorite part about being a member of this team?
You guys go first.
Agree about North Texas? Yes.
Well, for me, it was North Texas. We played them at their place, and obviously we weren't going in thinking, you know, people were thinking we really were going to win, and we went in there and kicked butt, and it was just like the greatest feeling in the world. And that was a moment where I was like, wow, this team is like so special, and it was just like so fun. Do you agree?
I wasn't there.
Oh yeah. Okay. I forgot.
It was still fun to watch.
Yeah.
Mine would have to be the second time we won the national championship, just because everything happened so last minute. Like, we didn't hit a single 3 that game until the last 2, and then just winning it in that moment just felt really special, because it's like we just came together. It was rough, but we came together, and it was real special and fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed that version of it. I am.
Don't hate me for mine though. Mine was this week at practice, and the 5s were trying something new. We were doing something a little different, and like completely ran into a teammate. But it's like every day things like that happen, and we laugh, and then we get right back on track, and we compete, and we keep it going, and we keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Abby, I think in your case, you're going to have a special moment. It just hasn't happened.
I hope so. I believe it too.
All right, Coach Moore, do you have any closing remarks?
Oh, come see us. Come watch us. We need people in the stands. We don't walk the ball up much, so if nothing else, it's an exciting women's game for sure.
At the very least, we'll be able to have full attendance now this season.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, and well, that'll do it for today's Mid-America Christian Women's Basketball Press Conference. As we just alluded to, the Evangels will officially open the season on Saturday, October 23rd, as the Evangels will host Ozark Christian. That game is slated for a 2 p.m. tip-off inside the Gawkey Activity Center. Coach Moeller, Abby, Anna, and Ossie, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.